What if I told you that losing fat and getting lean is way more simple than you've been told? In this video, I'm going to explain to you the real reason why most people never get lean, show you exactly how I eat to stay lean year round, and how you can follow the same approach without starving or cutting out your favorite foods. But first, let's talk about why so many people struggle to lose body fat even when they're putting in the work. I had a roommate in college who went to the gym 5 to 6 days a week. Between classes and studying, he made the time to go to the gym. He was hitting the weights hard, and he was even going on a couple runs throughout the week. But no matter how hard he worked, his body did not change. He was stuck at the same body fat and he could not get abs. And he was frustrated because he was putting in all this time and effort and he was not getting the results that he wanted. He kept telling me, dude, I'm doing everything right and I'm not getting abs. But here's the thing, he never tracked what he ate. And he thought that going out and eating pizza or grabbing some takeout and eating whatever he felt like was fine because he was training hard. He had no idea how many calories he was eating, and that was the problem. Even though he was burning calories throughout his workouts, he was eating all those calories back without even realizing. And that's why the saying goes, abs are made in the kitchen. It's actually quite true. You can't out-train a bad diet. And once he started paying attention to what he was eating and making sure he was eating fewer calories than what he was burning, he finally started to lose body fat and he actually started to get some abs. So I'm gonna share with you the diet that I eat and keeps me lean year round, and this is gonna work for you as well. And this is not some strict diet that makes me feel miserable and makes me hate my life because I'm starving myself. I don't cut out carbs. I still enjoy eating out with friends, and I'm definitely not living off chicken and rice. In fact, I don't think I would call this a diet. It's more a principle that I follow for eating. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how do I keep abs year round without starving myself? Well, my diet consists mostly of whole foods. So for protein, I eat chicken, beef, eggs, yogurt, protein powder. For my carbs, I eat rice, sweet potatoes, bread, English muffins, fruit. And I don't neglect my fats either. I eat avocados, milk, beef, avocado oil, peanut butter. And those are just a few examples of the foods that I eat. So don't take that as a list of only the foods that I eat and try to restrict yourself to those foods, because you don't have to restrict yourself. Unless you want to, I don't care. You'd probably get great results eating those foods, but you don't have to. Because here's the truth. Eating clean, healthy, whole foods does not guarantee fat loss. In fact, it's possible getting lean eating Snickers bars. Let's say you ate 5 Snickers bars a day. That's about 1,250 calories. If your body burns 2,000 calories in a day, you'd still be in a calorie deficit. Now, would I recommend this? Hell no. You'd be starving, you'd be nutrient deprived, you would have zero energy, but technically you'd still lose weight because it all comes down to caloric intake. If you eat more than you burn, you will gain weight. And if you eat less than you burn, you'll lose weight. That's why every diet works. Keto, carnivore, vegan, paleo, they all put you in a calorie deficit most of the time. So instead of restricting myself to a specific list of foods, I just follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time I eat clean whole foods, and 20% of the time I eat fun foods like pizza, ice cream, whatever. As long as I'm not stuffing my face, I stay on track with my goals. And this approach is more sustainable than whatever diet is out there because I don't feel like I'm on a diet. I don't feel like I need to cheat. So here's what a typical day looks like for me right now on my lean bulk. For breakfast, I have a milkshake with milk, oats, banana, blueberries, and protein powder. For lunch, I have a bowl with chicken, white rice, half an avocado, and some lettuce. Then I'll have kind of a midday meal before my workout. I'll have some English muffins, 3 eggs, some Greek yogurt, and mixed berries. And then for dinner, I'll have some ground beef, sweet potatoes, and an apple. And then as my bedtime snack, I'll have some more Greek yogurt with blueberries. That setup keeps me full, energized, and gives me fuel for my workouts. I get a good balance of protein, carbs, and fats. I use an app like MyFitnessPal to track my meals and hit my calorie targets. But to be honest, since I eat the same meals most of the time, I pretty much know how much I need to eat by now. I only strictly track my calories when I'm into a deep cut for a bodybuilding show. Now let's go over some common mistakes that I see guys make when they're trying to get lean. Mistake number 1 is thinking that clean eating is going to automatically make you lose fat. But the truth is you can still eat clean and be in a calorie surplus, especially if you're eating foods that are high in fat like peanut butter, avocados, oils. You kind of want to minimize the amount of fat that you're eating because you're eating a lot more calories per gram. Fat has 9 calories per gram, whereas protein and carbs is 4 calories per gram. But that's not to say you should completely eliminate fat from your diet, because you still need fats in your diet for hormone production and the health benefits. But I would try to keep it on the low end. Mistake number 2 is not tracking anything and just guessing. If you don't know what you're putting into your body and how much you're eating, then you don't know what result you're gonna get. So if you feel like you're stuck and you're not making progress, you're not losing body fat, or you're not gaining any strength, then it's time to look at what you're putting into your body and building awareness around what you're eating, because that's what's gonna help you create a better plan and set yourself up for success in the future. Mistake number 3 is binging on the weekends. So you're dialed in Monday through Friday, and then Saturday hits and boom, 5,000 calories and you're in a food coma. And then you're wondering why you gained 2 pounds overnight. So you want to make sure that you're still enjoying your meals, but you're not going too overboard on those cheat meals. And let's say you do have an event planned. Let's say you're going out to dinner with friends or family, and you know you're going to have a big meal later. I would limit the amount that you're eating earlier in the day. Maybe have a small breakfast and a few snacks throughout the day, and save yourself more room for calories later in the day when you go out to have that cheat meal. Mistake 4 is trying to be perfect. If your diet feels miserable, you won't stick to it, period. Don't focus on a short-term fix. Focus on building a sustainable system that allows you to stay consistent long-term. So here's the thing, it's not about cutting out your favorite foods. You don't need some crazy detox, and you don't need to grind yourself into the ground with workouts. It's about structure. It's about building the habits that you can actually stick to. It's about understanding how your body works so you can make it work for you. You can keep spinning your wheels and second guessing your diet, hopping from one program to the next, or you can follow a simple, proven approach that's built around you, your lifestyle, your food preferences, your schedule. If you want help creating a custom plan that actually gets you results without the suffering, that's exactly what I do inside my one-on-one coaching. So if you're ready to stop guessing and finally get results, click the link below to apply for coaching. And if this video was helpful, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you in the next one.